Hey everybody, this is Night City Gamer here, and welcome back to another tier list episode. This is going to be a very special tier list episode because we will be doing a dispatch tier list episode. I am joined by my good friend Brayden, and
Hello.
we will be breaking down our ranked based upon these characters from the game Dispatch. So this will be either one-sided, controversial, or somewhat neutral, but we'll see what happens when we get to the end of this video. So, Brayden, you ready?
Oh yeah, let's do this.
Okay. So first up, we have Robert, aka Mecha-Man, C, A, B, C, or I put in
Well, we
here.
don't have to we don't have to go directly in order. We can choose people who we already have a great idea of where we think they're gonna go. For example, I feel we should start with Beef. He's an easy S tier. Beef is an easy S tier. There's no
Well,
doubt.
okay, so you want to just pick a random character and just go off of what
I
we
mean,
already
it,
know?
I mean, it should be obvious. We already know Beef's gonna go in S tier, right?
Yeah, I don't see why not. All right, so we both agree beef belongs in S tier.
Oh yeah, it,
All
it's
right,
it's fucking Beef. It's Beef.
uh, all right. So we
Yeah.
got beef. We got beef in the S tier. Who do we want to do next?
Oh, Maui man.
Oh, Royd.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
How are we
he's
feeling? How do we feel about Roy?
definitely S tier. I feel definitely S tier.
I was gonna say also he is goaded. Love him. However, I'd have to give him A. He does not. He canonically does not wash his hands after taking a piss.
Mm, okay, just based on that hygiene,
Just for hygiene
I
reasons
will, I,
alone, he gets an A.
I will agree with that. I will agree with that. Okay, so we'll have Royd in the A tier, but still, great start.
Oh no, absolutely.
Okay,
Um,
let's see. Should we do one of the Z team members like Waterboy, which I
yeah,
would
yeah, we can do
agree
that. I
S
like
tier, S,
Waterboy.
S tier for Waterboy?
S tier might be a little high for him. I like it, the guy and everything. Don't get me wrong. He just doesn't do much shit. Actually, he's important to the story. He just doesn't do much.
Now that you're saying that, I sadly would have to agree with you. Maybe if we got a bit more of a character development when he was introduced in episode
He
2 and he was
simply went
actually.
from he went from lame to just less lame.
Yeah, I just wish that he was actually a part of the Z team in episode 2 instead of the janitor. And we could have gotten a bit more growth from him and actually a bit more to actually connect with him as a character. So I would say,
I'd
uh,
say B or C because I don't
I,
hate the guy or anything. He just does not have the development we should have seen.
I mean, he is a really good character. Sure, there are some areas to
Oh,
improve upon.
absolutely.
I'm gonna say B tier.
All right, I can live with that.
Okay. Uh, who do we want to do next?
Let's see here.
Let's try to get some of these ones that have the question marks on
All
here
right, all
first
right.
because let's go Toxic because he was one of the first villains that was actually introduced in the first episode of Dispatch. He's
I'm
not
giving
really.
him I'm giving him B or A. He really is what started off, and he shows up in all the backstories. He's the one that really set the story going.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on there. I definitely
Without
give him
him,
a
we
B.
don't. I mean, without him, we don't have the game Dispatch.
That
Basically,
that's a fair argument. So I definitely a B tier for Toxic. Let's go. Let's do another one here. Uh, let's go with Armstrong. I think
okay.
he was introduced in that bar fight of episode 5, but he kind of stuck around in that second half of Dispatch because at that point it was starting to set up for like the final battle, and
He
whatnot.
just didn't have anywhere to go from there, though. Like when you're introduced in the second half of a story, really, like you have like no room for growth or development, though.
Yeah, I mean, if he was introduced with Toxic in episode 1,
Oh, absolutely.
then maybe
I could absolutely rank him higher, but like he just doesn't have much just because they kind of screwed him.
so we thinking either C tier or don't know or didn't contribute mainly to the story.
Honestly, he didn't do much. I wouldn't mind putting him in didn't know or didn't really contribute much.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that with Psychic as well as Thumbstick because they were just introduced in the final episode and they didn't have enough built up to the final battle.
Right, that's fair. I'm fine putting him
So
there. Now, Blob Goon, on the other hand, holy shit.
yeah, granted, even though he had a brief screen time in the first episode of the fight, but did he contribute against fighting Mecha-Man?
Oh yeah, Blob Goon was all up in his head, bro.
So
now let's come back to Blob Goon. We can come back to Blob.
yeah, we'll come back to him. What about some of the SDN employees? What about Galen?
Hmm.
Now,
Galen.
granted, I like him as a character. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
In,
yeah.
in terms of what he brought to the story, he was mostly there and kind of like helping Robert kind of ease into the transition of being a dispatcher and whatnot, since he was temporarily retired from hero work.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just not that recognizable. I'd put him in maybe at most, at the highest, low C, or otherwise didn't contribute much. I mean, Robert was
I,
already like starting to develop his way in. Galen
yeah,
was just there to like for that final push.
I'm gonna go with C tier. I think that's like
All right, all right.
he was completely neutral. You know, didn't like pitch in like a little too much, but he was there. You know, just making sure everything was running stationary.
Yeah.
So I think C tier is a good place for Galen. Uh, let's go instead of the villains that have the question marks. Let's go to the ones that were, in my opinion, I think introduced in the tutorial dispatch of episode 1. Let's start off with Pom Pom. Now, granted, we don't see much of Pom Pom, so I'm just gonna have Pom Pom, Sweetalker, Brickhouse, Equilibrium, and Brainbook go to didn't contribute mainly to the story. Now,
That's fine.
grant, now
Get him
granted,
out of here.
granted they were like in the tutorial of the dispatch, but
Nobody remembers anyone from the tutorial though.
yeah, that it doesn't seem like a proper tier list to just put them into a bit higher up, you know. Now if we were introduced to them a bit more into the story and they actually showed what they can do, then maybe I would rank them a bit higher. But for now, it's just going to be the don't know, didn't really contribute to the story.
All right, hot take. I think Mandy goes in C tier.
Absolutely not. What?
C tier.
Mandy, Blonde Blazer, and Seater, what is wrong with you?
Explain. No, I want to hear your reasoning. Go ahead.
Okay, so back in episode 1, when Robert thought his career as a hero was over, who was there to pick him up and give him a fresh transition or fresh new beginning?
And then make him
Mandy.
only feel worse about his
No.
own life by leading him on.
Well, not to mention the fact that she knew who Robert was, didn't blurt it out to anyone else.
Neither did any of them, and the others were villains.
Well, Chad or Flambae had a suspicion, but he wasn't sure.
But even when he figured it out, he didn't blurt and just be a dick. Not to mention, she was cheating on Phenomaman. She did kiss him while they were still dating.
Yeah, but Robert at that point in time didn't know they were dating until like near the end of episode 2.
I don't know. That's some shitty behavior. Maybe C tier, bro.
No, I'm going S tier.
No, you cannot put her in S tier. Are you serious?
I'm putting her in S tier.
No, this tier list is shit. She does not deserve S tier. I'd be willing
Okay.
to go up to B tier, but no way is she S.
Well,
You are not trying to put her on the same level as fucking Beef.
oh, okay. How about A tier?
Highest one in B. I'll cut the difference. Highest in B, or lowest in A.
Okay. So A then.
Because that's why I said this tier list needs to have a theme. Are we ranking on importance or how much we like the character?
It can be a bit of both.
Because I'll admit she's important to the story, but personally, like personality-wise, I don't think she's all that hot shit.
She's, in my opinion, the definition of like a mature adult, unlike a certain other female character I can name that we can get into right now.
Listen, mature adults don't cheat on their significant others.
Yeah, but she at least came clean about it in the next episode, like episode 3.
No, she broke Phenomaman's heart.
Okay, so you want to do Phenomaman next or
Yes.
Invisigal?
Yes. Phenomaman, A tier.
I was gonna put him in S tier to be honest, because
Oh, that's fine. Honestly, yeah, I'm fine with that. He's a great guy. He seems like he'd be a big asshole, but really, he's just a genuinely nice dude.
Yeah, and back in like episode, I think what? Yeah, it was episode 4 where he was at his lowest. I mean, at his lowest. I mean, his eyes were just like depressed of life and had sideburns that were not meshing with his mustache and everything. He was a wreck.
Okay, I have one I want to say here.
Okay,
Robert. I think Robert's B tier. Hear me out, dude.
No, I can agree with you on that.
Okay.
On it. Yeah.
His personality is just that of a fucking wet towel. Like, dude, like if you're that depressed, take some goddamn painkillers. You don't have to bring down everyone's mood all the time.
Yeah, I just wish he didn't have that same energy throughout the whole game.
Not to mention, he's fought in so many countless supervillains, yet the person who got closest to beating him wasn't even a person, but a fucking, like, barbell.
Exactly. So yeah, I can agree with that. Robert or Mecha-Man go into the B tier.
Yep.
Alright, so let's switch back and let's do another member of the Z team. Who do we want to do?
That's your choice, bro.
How about Punch Up?
I'm fine with Punch Up. A tier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that actually.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like, I know he's, not like the tall average person, but
yeah, but he's in perfect like lineup for punching them right in the nuts, and that's the strongest move possible.
Yeah, and not to mention like when the chips are down and there's a fight to be had, he's going to be the first one in that action.
He does not let his height. He does not let his height bring him down. He brings others to their knees.
Exactly, and I respect that from Punch Up. So definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Punch Up's an absolute A tier.
A tier. Okay, so let's shift back over to the unknown like villains here. Let's do. You want to do Lightningstruck or the Blob Goon next?
Ooh, I kind of like Blob Goon.
You want to do Blob Goon?
Yeah, let's do Blob Goon.
Okay.
Tell me how you're feeling.
Now, granted, he did play a contributing role in the first episode fight with Mecha-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, in generosity, he should be with Toxic in the B tier. Now the downside, we don't know a bit much about the villain. It's either C or B for me. That's what I'm feeling. But
I have an idea. I want to put Blob Goon in B, but I want to move Toxic up to A. I was thinking about Toxic again, and the more I think about it, none of this would have happened without him, and he actually outsmarted Mecha-Man in many ways.
That is kind of a fair argument. Can you name at
Maybe
least
a low
one?
A.
Can you name at least one example where Toxic outsmarted Mecha-Man?
The bombs. Didn't he add bombs in the start to disable the
Uh,
suit?
that that was actually Invisigal, but he managed to rally the team long enough for that bomb to be placed. So yeah, I can get behind that.
All right, we can leave him at B, I guess. Um, but
What?
I say
Well, no.
Blob Goon is at least on par.
Well, no, no. I was actually agreeing with you. Have Toxic go to A tier, and then have Blob Goon go to B tier.
I mean, we don't have that many villains, but also like out of them, I'd say he ranks on the higher side of them.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna shift back over to another member of the Z team. Let's do Coupe next. This one's a bit
Okay.
of an this one's a bit of an interesting choice because, granted, we don't know much of her backstory, and depending on who you cut, she really is a formidable opponent to fight. So, and also in terms of like dispatching her for certain missions and whatnot throughout the game, she can really
Mhm.
contribute. I'm thinking B tier or A tier.
I'd say we could put her at high B, like above Waterboy.
Above Waterboy?
Yeah, like so she could be like the baseline for like what's the middle ground.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Let's see.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's
Mr.
do.
Whiskey.
You want to do Mr. Whiskey?
Yeah, we can do Mr. Whiskey.
I think we should put him in high C tier because even though he was just there, it was just I can't really quite explain it myself, to be honest, but I put Mr. Whiskey in high C tier
That's fine.
because at the start of episode 8, he actually did go around and give Galen not only his cup of coffee, but also gave Robert a coffee with a shot of whiskey into it, which I'm not sure what the purpose of that was. Maybe it was to overcome the pain that
hmm
he had back in episode 7.
Mr.
So
Whiskey.
yeah, definitely Mr. Whiskey, high C tier.
How are you feeling about Shroud? I want to know how you feel about him.
I'm gonna save Shroud for last. I want to get at least these last
Okay.
two in. Let's go with Granny. He was introduced in episode 2, where Invisigal investigates the donut shop and tries to stop a
Oh, right,
break-in and
right. I remember
entering.
Granny.
Um, I'm gonna have to put up. I'm gonna have to put him in the didn't contribute mainly to the story because I mean,
Oh,
even
I mean,
though
yeah, he just didn't do much. Yeah. I'd say
yeah,
the only thing they really contributed was like showing off in Visigal's like rebel side a bit still.
right. Okay, last but not least, we have Lightningstruck. Now, granted, this villain did appear on 2 different occasions. One back in episode 2 of the Breaking and Entering, where he had an interaction with Invisigal and escaped. But then, back in episode 3, this is back to back episodes, he not only escapes Malevola because, you know, the whole team was afraid of not getting cut, and they had a little, like, interaction, like intervention amongst themselves to be like, "Oh, you're gonna get cut. Oh, I'm gonna
Right.
screw you." So I'm gonna put Lightningstruck in terms of just what he contributed and whatnot. I'm gonna think he would be. I don't want to sound like a douche and say C tier because that would not feel right to me.
Okay. So
I'm
what are you
thinking.
thinking then?
I'm thinking B tier. I think that's a good place for him. I'm gonna put
Okay.
him. I would put him behind Blob Goon.
Okay. So bottom of B.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Okay. So we got another member of the Z team next. I'll let you take it. I'll let you take a pick.
Okay. Let's see who I want to work with. I feel like we should get Flambae out of the way.
Okay.
I feel
What-
Flambae should be low A. I personally don't like the guy. He has a shit personality, but he kind of summarizes what the Z team is, villains that are trying to reform. And honestly, he has that like we're teammates now, but I still fucking hate you kind of vibe. I like that.
I can 100% agree with that. I couldn't word that any better myself. So you said low A tier. Would that be ahead of Toxic, but just behind Punch Up, or just
Yeah,
behind
yeah, yeah,
Toxic?
yeah. That's what yeah. Ahead of Toxic right below Punch Up. That's a great spot for him.
Okay, okay. Let's do Lana next, and I'm just gonna put Lana to didn't contribute mainly to the story, even though that character was just briefly introduced in episode 2. I would have definitely loved to have that character show a bit more initiative to the story.
A lot of these characters just didn't get a chance to shine.
Yeah, I hope they do that for season 2. I really hope they do that for season 2. You want to take another pick for a Z team member that we should get
Yeah,
out of the way?
sure. Uh, I want to know what you feel about Chase.
I mean, he's a really good character. He did contribute to the story in his own unique way. I'm thinking, in terms of generosity, I'm thinking either B tier or mid A.
Honestly, I was thinking mid A as well. So if you want to cut the difference, go low A, we can. I personally like him. He shows what Robert could be by the end of this, how he eased into the work, but still gets back to being a hero. I like it.
All right, so mid A.
We got a lot of his story also.
Right, that is also true. I'm thinking for mid A, we could put him. I don't want to put him between the Z team members. That just wouldn't sit right with me.
No, I'd say probably. Honestly, I'd cut the difference. I'd put him below Toxic, right below, right at the end of
You,
A.
oh, like low A?
I want to put him on. I want to put him on like point with Toxic. Toxic's like the thing that caused him to like join the Z team, and then like Chase
Oh,
is what he's doing on point with the Z team now.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually good reasoning. Okay. All right, so let's get another Z team member out of the way. Let's do Sonar. Let's do Sonar.
Oh god, this one I knew is going to cause problems though. What do you think about Sonar?
I mean, he does brag too much of being a Harvard graduate and such, but he does make a great contribution to the Z team.
He's also a dick.
Well, that too. It's like, oh, where do you put him?
Yeah, he's very. That's why I was afraid of this one because he's very all over the place.
Yeah, it's either.
This might be our hardest one. We might have to come back to Sonar to see how he matches up with others.
Yeah, we might have to come back to that one. He'll be the last Z team member. How about that? He'll be the last.
I think we. That's fine. I think we should work with Golem.
I'm thinking S. Just
I
based on
agree.
his,
I agree. 100%. Golem goes in S.
just based on his contribution to the team, and not to mention, like, he is a beast, especially when you unlock one of his abilities.
He's
to
a
spread
legend.
thin.
He's a sweetheart, and he did stop both Robert and Flambae from fighting. S tier.
Exactly. S tier all the way. All right, let's do Malevola. This one's
Okay.
gonna be interesting. I really liked her as a character, and I really wish she was a romance option. I really wish she was. That would have been interesting to see.
Okay, hear me out on this one. I have nothing against Malevola. The only reason I put her on C is just because we don't get much of her. She contributes a lot. We just don't know much about her.
I can agree with that, and hear me out with this. I'm thinking we put her behind Mecha-Man and Blob Goon, just in between mid B tier.
Okay,
I mean, like you said, we don't know much about her, even though she contributed a lot to the story.
Well, yeah, we're also gonna do the tier list. This is the first tier list. And when season 2 comes out and everything, we'll have to redo.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
Okay. So let's do. Oh man.
Prism.
Okay. Yeah, let's do Prism
Because
next.
the other 3 are gonna be the hardest ones for us, I think.
I think so too. Prism.
Prism goes in C then, because we even know less about Prism than we do Malevola.
I mean, you're not wrong on that.
I like these characters. Don't get me wrong. I just wish we got to see more of them.
Yeah. You want to do? I don't want to put her in mid B tier with Malevola. I mean, wouldn't that be a okay idea to put Prism alongside Malevola in mid B? Because she is a really good character, don't get me wrong, but it's just not much about her that we know about.
That's fine. I'd say put her in between Blob Goon and Lightningstruck. I still like Blob Goon over her.
So close to low B. Okay. Alright, next we have
which
Invisigal.
which one you're feeling here?
Invisigal, okay. She, in my 2 cents, is her personality is like a rebel teenager. Like, she's gonna do one thing while you say another, even though she gives off that rebel teenager vibe and whatnot, and has a really good synergy with Robert in his depressed state. And she does have a back history with the Red Ring and Shroud, and she's all over the place.
Okay, hear me out. Don't yell at me for this one. Personally, I think she's C tier. Because I can't put her in. She didn't contribute to the story. She absolutely did. But that's the thing. We've seen all there is to see about Invisigal, I feel. And honestly, I didn't like a lot that I saw.
You want to put her in the high C tier?
High C, yeah, above Mr. Whiskey.
Okay.
But honestly, I just feel like she, like you said, just a bratty teenager. And that's all she has going for her.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, we're down to the final 2. Which one do you want to do first?
Shroud.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, Shroud.
Shroud is mid.
Yeah, I just wish that if he was claiming to be thinking miles ahead, don't you think he could actually back that up?
Honestly, I was gonna put that also, like, he thinks such elaborate plans, then gets defeated by a 50-50 coin flip.
Yeah, and not to mention that his only obsession, his whole entire plan, was towards his obsession with the Astral Pulse. What is wrong with you? I've seen more villains in anime that think more methodically and think way bigger than that.
Yeah, honestly, he's mid. Fuck him.
No, not mid. I'm thinking low B. Low B. Even
That's
Lightningstruck, I think, would be better than
No,
Shroud.
I agree. Lightningstruck's better than fucking Shroud. And now the hardest one here to determine on this entire goddamn list.
Shroud, Sonar. Oh, I mean, oh my gosh. Oh boy. While he. Oh man, this is really tough.
Dude, he's all over the place.
Yeah, like Invisigal, but he does make a contribution really well with the Z team. But he's also a big asshole at the same time.
A dick. Okay, let me think here. Honestly, here's where my exact placement would put him. I personally think, because he fits well, we got a lot of story out of him and everything. I think he goes in between Toxic and Trackstar.
Really? Low A tier?
Low A, just because, honestly, I kind of get it. He's all over the place. He's a mixed confusion bag. I get it. He's a D bag, but also he's necessary to the story, and he knows that.
Right.
My God, and he's just I don't know how to explain it, but I get it.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking low A too, but instead of between Toxic and Trackstar, put him between Toxic and Flambae. If
I
you
can
think
live with
about
that.
it.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's see where this
Oh,
is looking. Let's see what this is looking like.
all
Okay.
right. All right. So here's what we have officially for this list. We have S tier. We have Beef,
Understandable.
Phenomaman, and Golem. I
Hmm.
don't think. Okay, we shouldn't make any changes with the S tier, right?
No, do you think Golem should go ahead of Phenomaman is the question.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
'Cause we didn't like order all of these here.
No, we didn't. We just placed them where they needed to go.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh, that's a hard one. I like both Golem and Phenomaman. I love both these characters. I don't
yeah,
think
and
either of them go above Beef, though.
no, I don't think so either. But it's like who would take runner up next to Beef? That's the hard question to answer.
No one. He's the only one that makes Robert smile.
Right. uh, I'm thinking because because of this reason alone, I want to put Golem in the second spot next to Beef. Only
I'm
because only
okay
because
with
of the
that.
yeah, only because of the
Shopping
one
for your
reason.
next car? What about third row seats?
Yeah, annoying
I'm
ass.
okay with that though. Golem can
Shopping
go
for your
in
next
free.
car?
Are you shopping for your next car?
No, I'm not. Okay,
No.
so S tier we have lock. We have on
Yeah.
lockdown. Okay, so we have A tier. We have Malevola or Roy. In
Maui
this case.
man.
We have Blonde Blazer, Punch Up, Flambae, Sonar, Toxic, and Trackstar. Are we gonna make any changes to the
Do
listing?
you have
of the
any
A tier?
that you think need to be reordered?
I don't think so. I think we did really good with the A tier. I wouldn't change
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I'm okay with where they stand, where they match up.
All right. So for the B tier, we have Coupe, Waterboy, Mecha-Man, Malevola, Blob Goon,
Blob.
Prism, Lightningstruck, and Shroud. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think here. If I mean, do you see any changes that we need to make for the B tier?
Personally, I like Waterboy more than I like Coupe.
But
That was just it. That's just swap those two.
Oh.
I like Waterboy a lot.
oh, so you want Waterboy in the high B instead of Coupe.
Like as at the start of B.
Okay, I can respect that.
I feel like we're going to see a lot more of Waterboy, and he might take a leading role in season 2.
Either a leading role or to where like he can actually hold his own on the team and actually be a.
I feel like they started this season 1 started the exposition of him, and now we're going to get some backstory.
Yeah, I definitely do want to see a bit more growth from Waterboy in season 2.
I would love that.
I would love that too. Okay, so we're good with the B tier.
Yeah.
So we have C tier. We have Invisigal, Mr. Whiskey, and Galen. I don't think we need to make any changes with the
No,
C
we do
tier.
not. Now for the last tier.
Don't know or didn't contribute mainly to the story. We have
Do you want to
Armstrong.
change any of this?
I would not.
Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we got the tier list.
Okay, so
There they are.
There we have it. Our dispatch tier list. I will say this was some certain picks were a bit more challenging than others. Some were more one-sided than others. Others were a bit controversial, but all in all, I think we did really good with this tier list.
Oh yeah, I like it.
All right. So, Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tier list, and let me know down in the comment section which of these characters would you rank on your tier list. It doesn't have to be the same tier list. It can be whatever tier list that you want. But you guys do let me know, did I cook with this list, or did we cook with this tier list? I mean, it speaks for itself.
Yeah. Tell us what other tier list you want next. I'm willing to give my kitty opinions whenever you want, chat.
Yeah, I'm down for that too. Any tier list suggestions that you guys have, feel free to drop them down in the comments. I will do that, and I'm pretty sure Brayden, you would be down with that too.
Oh, absolutely. I love giving my opinions on weirder topics than this.
All right, well, I will wrap it up here for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next tier list.